everyday struggle here on Complex Academics. Wayno and Nadeska here. My friends, how you feeling this morning?
Why you say my name like that right now? Like, come on now. How you doing?
Did I put the accent in the wrong place or what?
Nah, I don't know. Anyway, yo, Wayno looking, yo, Wayno, what type of hoodie that is, man? You would kill me if I had that hoodie on.
No,
you say I got too many colors. You say I got too much going on. What's cracking?
This is my man Cool Kai stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is about peace. You know what I mean? One. So it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. But it's perfect for the time.
Wayno always putting for his homies. You're always putting on for your homies.
You gotta support your friends. And it's good to support peace and love. We need more of that in the world right now. Look, I promised the viewers just real quick when you talked about the Senate race coming up. So there's gonna be a runoff in Georgia in January. If you guys noticed, when Trump won the election 4 years ago, a lot of us weren't happy, but Obama was graceful enough to go to the White House and help start this transfer of power. So Trump and the Republicans not doing this is trying to undermine democracy by yelling fraud. And I think the reason is because there's still 2 Senate votes up. So that's happening in January. And I think that's why they're stalling right now. So I'm putting a link in the description box. If you're in Georgia, please get your absentee ballot and vote. I think this is going to be scheduled for early January. So we'll get the results like right before Biden officially takes office. Very important. Anyway, on to our news. Did any of you guys get this new Xbox? See a lot of rappers bragging about this.
Hell no, I didn't get one. I mean, I tried to. I'm trying to get an Xbox for my brother. He's Xbox. I'm more of a PlayStation guy. But yeah, I used everything. I used Instagram Live. I used Playhouse. I didn't use Twitter, but I used those two. The 2 newest apps. I used those as an avenue to try to get in. I couldn't get
Playhouse. What's that?
Clubhouse, you mean?
Clubhouse. My fault. Clubhouse. Yeah, that's what it is. Clubhouse.
You can request products in there. I still haven't really gone in.
Yeah, you ain't know Clubhouse?
I just made my account.
I heard that's the bum ass Rock Nation brunch niggas, like, after hours.
I don't know.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
I'm not a bum nor I'm a Rock Nation nigga, so I have no idea.
No, not you. No. You're a person of interest, but the rest of
the person of
interest. No, but I just was on there asking people like, yo, listen, I don't want to talk about no fucking music at all. Who got an Xbox right now that don't cost $1,000? I was trying to get it for at least like $200.
Nigga, you on the wrong app. I ain't gonna lie. Someone opened up that app around me. They were in deep conversation. I was trying to troll, like, because I was on their account. They were in deep conversation. It seems so just felt like a seminar. Yo, you gotta get on OfferUp or I don't know. Does eBay still work?
No, listen. I want this shit in my hand.
Facebook Marketplace.
I want it in my hand. I don't want to order it. I want to go pay somebody. All right, meet me over here. I park down the block. I meet them over there.
Hold up.
You know what I'm saying?
This sound like how they were robbing niggas for like Jordans and shit like that.
Come on,
you gotta be very careful.
I didn't get.
Sometimes you gotta get things off the back of a truck. Come on.
Exactly. I don't know nothing about that life, but see, like I've lived too long to be getting finagled and swindled, so I'll be fine.
Wait, hold on. What system are you trying to get, by the way?
I'm trying to get both. So for me, I need a PlayStation. I kind of got that secured. I need an Xbox for my little brother. That's what my little brother wants. I told him I would get it for him, so I'm trying to get it for him.
No, you need an Xbox because Block Boy JB said that's for the real niggas. That's the real street niggas. You know what I mean? He has some other stuff to say about the PS5, but like, to be honest, I wouldn't imagine that this would bubble up to like, celebrities kind of like pick and choose and almost banging for consoles, but it was wild when I saw what Block Boy JB said. You know what I mean?
Oh wait, did you get one, Ak, or not? You're not interested?
They probably sent it to me.
No, I'm interested. I just want to thank and salute my people over at Microsoft.
The fight is fixed. The fight is fixed. He doing plugs. Ak don't plug himself, let alone Microsoft.
There's a problem with you saluting Microsoft.
No. I'm only saluting them because I have such positive, warm feelings inside about them. Ever since they sponsored my show on the States the first season, I'm just relax.
He's a gaming plant. He's a gaming plant. For real, he's a gaming plant. He's not a real gamer. He's a poser. He's a gaming plant. For real.
Even though I'm not, I'll take it. Okay, again, because hey, listen, I'm investigating.
You're always investigating plants. All right, so you previously thought that Jack Harlow was a plant. I think you're over this right now. But yesterday, the big cliffhanger on the show.
I don't know. The investigation's still going on.
All right, anyway, that's not the point of this next story. You were really excited to talk about this clip that went viral. So basically, Jack Harlow and Russ were playing a basketball tournament called the Crew League. And in the clip, we see things getting a little heated after a hard foul by Harlow. You see other players trying to get in between and tell him to chill out. Russ says it was nothing serious, just normal basketball stuff, but academics seemed concerned.
Yeah, no, I just want to make sure, with all, all these things going, haywire in hip hop and things going like off the rails. That's what makes sure our few white rappers who are succeeding, I mean, they're operating as model citizens. Okay, so when I see Russ, who's someone who I look to for
Russ.
all type of
Rhetoric.
industry, industry life hacks and stuff like that. And Jack Harlow, who's currently in a Mueller FBI investigation for being an industry plant, but he's passing right now. I just want to make sure these brothers, they're operating fine, because right now we need peace, tranquility, and we need to focus on what's ahead, which is Biden taking office in
Yeah,
January or
we
February.
absolutely don't need any white on white violence at these times right now.
Never,
No
no,
white on white
absolutely
violence.
not. And
How
also,
you guys even say that with a straight face?
I ain't gonna lie though, I do think Russ would definitely.
I
see
Russ. Nah, man,
I'm not trying to.
Yo, bro, I love Russ.
I
You
see
know
Russ in
why?
action.
Russ is all knowing and all seeing. I don't think there's anything that happens containing Russ's name that he don't know what's going on. For real, that's
a
my
Google
dog.
alert for Instagram, Twitter, and just the World Wide Web.
That's my guy.
Guys, yesterday when we did Hit Brick or Wait on It, we talked about 42 Doug's new song Free Woo, and you guys are basically saying that he needs some more mainstream looks. So one fan wasn't really feeling your commentary. This is from Josie Jade. She says, I'm watching right now. Y'all say Doug needs a more polished hit. He's crossing over with Bagging with Marshmello. Give him some respect for that joint. And also, Gunna saved dollars on my head for himself. That's a fucking anthem. He can't help that he kills his features too. So you guys are also saying that Gunna gives away most of his best, verses or songs, but our fan disagrees.
That's cool. I mean, Dollars on My Head still has a feature on it. You know what I mean? So, like, I hear you, but when it comes to Doug, like, I mean, Marshmello, like, I'm not talking that we ain't talking that mainstream. You know what I'm saying? We just saying that we want him to have a record that's just completely him that everybody fucks with. Like, now imagine if We Paid was only him. You know what I mean? I don't think it would be as big, but at the same time, if he had that type of record for himself, I think the conversation would be different.
Yeah, the record he has with Marshmello, I think it shows that he could be versatile. He enters a little bit into Marshmello's world. Marshmello has done a good job of fusing with hip hop artists, but you don't look at that record and be like, that's a Doug record right there. Again, just to reiterate, it's mixing that real raw, uncut type of style with a little hint of polishing that people could enjoy beyond just the niche audience that you're making it for, which honestly, I hate to say it, sometimes like that underground street audience could be that. You know what I mean? You want it to bubble out into elsewhere. Okay, you need some white girls in Wyoming. I'm singing shit word for word. I'm sorry.
I'm ready for Act the A&R, man. I'm ready for Act to take on the A&R role somewhere. I think.
Bueno, did you ain't get the memo?
What?
Nigga, I'm senior VP of A&R on Instagram. As soon as I post them, they sign them. So I'm an A&R already.
You don't get none of the bread for it though. That's the bag you missed.
I always expect you to get your money right, academics. Yeah, you of all people, why are you not getting paid for it?
Birdman tried to tell you, academics. Birdman tried to tell you.
Birdman came up here but he gave me the better idea. He said, instead of doing that and getting the finder's fee or something, sign them to yourself. Birdman, might have to holler at you, man. Might have to holler at you.
Stop wasting time. All right, guys. Last time we talked about Migos on the show, you guys kind of put them on the clock, or you said the fans put them on the clock. Basically, you said it was time for some new music. They hit you guys up and said there is something coming. So here's something a little bit more positive, though. This week, Genia asked on Twitter, who has the most influential flow of the past decade? Wale responded and said Migos. A lot of people agreed with him, Some people also threw in Kendrick, Future, and Young Thug. So let's just start with Wale's response. Would you guys agree that Migos has the most influential flow of the decade?
Who said Kendrick?
Yeah, I was about to say, who the fuck said Kendrick?
Fans. I was wondering what you were so confused about.
They said Kendrick had the most inspiration, the most copy flow. Fuck out of it. No, the Migos, that's definitely right. I think that the Migos, it's two sides to it though. While the Migos was heavily copied, you can't really do what they do to a T. So you get in that fucking what's the great value dollar store version of them, and they birthed a lot of rappers that didn't matter. Like for real, they birthed a lot of niggas that they put out shit and they got on, but never took it to another level. But yeah, the Migos, their flow has been the most copied over the past 10 years. I say Future as well. But Migos, Wale was spot on with that. But for the person that said Kendrick, sit your ass down. Bugging the fuck out.
Yeah, so obviously, salute to Wale for, just kind of just identifying the elephant in the room and just the obvious, which is clearly it is Amigos. I think the number two, I'm here to just say whatever them fans was talking about, they on some bullshit. You got to put Thug at like number two. You got to put.
They did
like,
mention him
Thug
though.
just
They
has.
did mention him. I didn't give any ranked order. Sorry, continue.
Like you have to look at some of the artists who are now affected and kind of making their own. By the way, you could say that Uzi to some extent is a branch off Thug's tree. You got to say Gunna. Even though, remember, I used to say Baby, but Baby came up to Everyday Struggle and he said, "Yo, maybe more like Future." You get me? And I'm gonna rock with him with that. He of course said, Thug's a big bro. But when you look at Lil Key, when you look at Lil Gotti, when you look at a lot of these other artists, especially in the Atlanta region, who all seem to, mirror the voice, if not the flow. The voice is very significant because, and by the way, if I mention anything about the voice, when you think about that high-pitched squeaky voice, sometimes you got to even also go back to Wayne. But we're talking about this decade. So because of that, I'm going to say, of course, the Migos first, but I'm going to throw Thug at number two, honestly.
Okay. All right. That wasn't as long as of a debate as I thought it would be.
Ain't no debate.
Yeah, I mean, it's those two, for sure.
All right. So this next story, let me try to be careful with this. I'm not going to read the full TI post because I know that you've both seen it. But basically, Tip is facing some backlash this week after a pretty controversial Instagram post, we could say. So here's a little bit I'm going to read for you. Atlanta is a beautiful, progressive city filled with Black excellence. We uplift each other and win together. Stop coming here to kill each other. That shit is played out, and he signed it from management. So this upset a lot of people because it came very soon after King Von was murdered. His sister was definitely upset by this, and people like Waka who responded. Of course, once Tip started seeing the responses, he got back on Instagram to say, "I don't speak ill of my allies. My last post had nothing to do with King Von." He said, "Fans were grossly mistaken. I have no motive or intention to do harm or malice to people that I'm cool with." So he went on to say that his heart goes out to, Von's friends and family. King Von's sister, though, did at 50 Cent when she responded saying, 50, come get this guy. So 50 jumped in telling T.I. that he needs to chill. And then Waka wrote a long post basically saying, "Don't talk down on people when you were once the person that you're talking down to." He said, "I don't care what the scenario is ever. I'm talking about guys that come from the streets." Basically, he's not going to judge. He did deactivate his Instagram account after this. I'm not sure if it was because of the responses, but what do you guys make about this whole situation, starting with T.I.'s initial post and then him saying that it had nothing to do with Von?
I think the biggest, takeaway from this is that, T.I. does care a lot for Atlanta. I just think that his timing was a little bit misplaced. His timing being misplaced is what caused so much confusion. And because it's so early, King Von hasn't been passed away for a week. It's still a very, very sensitive time for his people. So every little thing that's been going on associated with violence or someone saying something to the degree about violence has been perceived as only talking about King Von. I think that we just got to give things a little bit time to breathe and then speak about it later. Because T.I.'s going through this situation himself, with people he's lost. So I'm pretty sure he understood that, but his timing was just wrong. But ultimately, beyond stopping violence in Atlanta, like I would love for violence to stop everywhere. Shit, New York as well. You know what I mean? Shit is wild right now, and it's a lot going on. And hopefully we could, just find a compassion within ourselves and stop doing the bullshit for real. Like I want these kids to live. No young man should be losing their lives at 26, 20, 19. Like they shouldn't be losing their lives, period.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think with T.I. though is T.I. has looked at Atlanta super different since he compared it to Wakanda. Like he's expecting some type of utopia, black utopia, where problems don't exist, where racism don't exist, where it's all black businesses, black establishment, and black people just doing great and loving each other. That's just not the way of the world, honestly. And even if it might be a cultural hub where it seems African Americans are doing really well, it doesn't eliminate certain problems. By the way, again, right after he called Atlanta Wakanda, we saw a police shoot down a black man in Atlanta. You get me? So it's not devoid of problems when it comes to black people like other cities. It's the same. You know, it might just have a more cultural aspect and a more concentration of African Americans. Also, we got to think about it like Atlanta at this point is a transplant hub or the transplant capital of the United States. I mean, Atlanta is good, is dope, but like other people are coming there and bringing their talents and adding to culture. The whole thing of yo, don't come here with the bullshit or just don't come here. I think Atlanta has to realize what its culture has probably been built on, especially in the last like 10 to 15. It's a lot of people who are coming there who are adding value to that culture. Also, like I really liked what Waka said because as an OG, the people who usually get respect the most are the people who could at least identify with probably why you're making certain decisions, not only just scold you or just say, hey, listen, nah, don't come over here with that shit. That seems like you don't understand, especially if you have that type of experience. You could speak to them and you could speak to them in a way that they would understand and respect more than somebody like me who ain't never been there. T.I. just seems like the guy who's like, get the fuck off my lawn. And that's not going to be respected. What Waka said is, listen, don't judge people who, don't judge a person who you used to be. And when you think about T.I., when T.I. had issues with Lil Flip, what did he do? Did he just say, all right, man, I ain't going, no, he pulled up. So again, it's obviously, it makes T.I. looks a little crazy. I think this has been an interesting year for T.I. I don't know why, but it seems like a lot of people, they've attacked him for either the Crime Stopper video, they've like this the thing with his daughter. Like it's been a really interesting year, and sometimes I often think about like, yo, is T.I. almost, because he's becoming almost he's like a state, like he's like an ambassador at this point. Is he just seeming like a hypocrite, or is he like just adding his 2 cents to everything, which in otherwise he could chill? Remember, there was also this incident in Atlanta where he tried to help out this family who claimed that they had an experience at a restaurant. Then the family ended up saying, yo, T.I. accepted an apology on my behalf, which, to be honest, I didn't really accept. And also, come to find out, T.I. and this person who offended me had all type of ties. Like I'm watching how T.I. is moving, but like I don't think he has any bad intentions. However, I do see people noticing a few things about like his approach to things, and I'm pretty sure he'll adjust.
Well, at least he's never too big to apologize, I guess. And, like you said, Vaughn's friends and family are still mourning his death. That's very recent. But I guess one thing that fans can look forward to is his album, saying that he has, his manager saying he has about 2 albums worth of new music that they're going to release eventually. So that's pretty dope. Let's see. Other things we can look forward to. Lil Baby said no more features from him. It's album mode time, because when he came on the show last time, he said he basically can't turn down a feature. So are you guys excited? I know his project is one of your favorites of the year so far.
Yeah, I'm actually excited because I just wanted a Little Baby, and this for me being a fan, I wanted him to reach a level where, like, not that his features are special, but like everybody shouldn't be able to just get one because they got the bag. You know what I'm saying? I think like, it was just him being hot and saying, oh, I'm gonna get this money while I can, but he's reached a certain place where he does not have to do that. And like when he does features, I want to see his features just get a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? It's good that he's helped out a lot of artists that he has, but like, yeah, he needed to reel that shit back in. I mean, reel it back in, focus on yourself, because now he's reaching a status of all of the people that we compare him to. Well, all the people that came before him. You know what I'm saying? So I think that he just needed to reel it back. He'll be good.
Yeah, and saturation is also a point too. Got to think about it, man. Most of my favorite songs got Baby on the song, whether it's Ride Wave, Rags to Riches, whether it's my favorite, my man Money Man got him on
24.
24,
Yeah.
whether it's an Elite Chopper song, whether it's like Ian Dior got a song, like Jesus Christ, this nigga again can't call my guy Lil Baby no condiment, but god damn it, man, yo. Listen, he's there every single time there's a plate to be eaten. All right, okay. Anyway, Roddy Rich, at least what was told to me, my 2 sources in the industry, they said Roddy Rich has stopped doing features months ago. He's in full prep mode for his album. He understands how big this album is gonna be because his last album was received really good, really well actually. and you know, he had some great singles that performed well. You know, him on the Baby song, and also the Box, and you know, it's a different air and mystique around him. He's really almost kind of honing it back in because he understands you're probably gonna like the quick bag is cool, but you're gonna gain more by leveling up as an artist. So I'm wondering how quick is Lil Baby gonna drop an album if he's saying he's just doing this now? If he's like, again, I'm pretty sure he's made songs ready for his album, but if you're shutting down features and saying this is album time, so no more whatever, I'm wondering. I hope he's not dropping for before the end of the year. And I guess then afterwards, I'm wondering how that looks. But you know, I think he's in the right space. My turn's gonna be a hell of an album to live up to, a hell of an album to live up to. And if he does cross that hurdle, and people even say he came close, I think that puts him on a whole different pedestal.
So what is his feature price going to be then? Remember back in June, he said he's charging 100K for a feature. If I remember correctly, you guys thought the price could be higher. So what do you think about YK Osiris saying, stop asking me for verses. I charge 100K. If you don't have 100K, I'm not doing it. Fair price?
Academics, take it away.
Before we even get to that, let me just switch, Baby. I think Baby is going to get to the point where, you know how Nicki and Drake, like, fuck a feature price. They just do a feature when they really like the song. They're not just doing it just to do it. I think Baby is pretty much almost there. You know, of course, he collected a bag this year, but trust me, more bags to come. YK Osiris is goddamn ice cold and on the clock, okay? You know what I mean? He's getting attention from many extracurricular things outside of music. I don't even think somebody would pay $1,000.
Come on, man.
Let's just calm down.
That kid, man. Like I think a YK Osiris features 100,000 is worth 100,000. No, but don't do that. Don't.
Do you think it's worth 25? Do you think it's worth 25?
I think you get a kid a dub. I if I wanted to get something from him, he wanted to try. I give him 15 back. 15 bands. I'll give him 15 bands for a feature. The kid is listen, academics, because the kid is talented. Wait a second. Let's say this, because you talking about only give him $1,000 and I'm saying that it ain't worth 100. But let's not act like the kid is not talented. He does have a lot of other shit going on. He was boxing for a bit. He was preaching for a bit. He was doing all types of shit that didn't involve music. But aside from that, the kid got talent.
No. When I think about feature price, it's never about talent. It's about how much, like, it's the value. It's like market. It's like, what do you add marketing wise to the record? When you see Lil Baby on a record with, it doesn't matter who it is, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna listen to it, at least for the Baby verse. I think because he went on that break, you know, he's been doing other things, but again, that's not music. I don't think that, like, you know, he's super hot in music. And again, we're not trying to get a feature from you for niggas to talk about, oh yeah, he boxed really good.
Yeah.
We're trying to get a feature from you for you to be like, yo, he be giving good advice on the gram. We're looking at records, and I do think that maybe 1,000 was an exaggeration, but I do think that
an exaggeration. Come on.
Yo, come on. Now, some niggas should be giving feature on the up and up. Like, yo.
Nah. I ain't gonna front. I would like he to me, he worked with good 15 bands. He worked with good 15 bands. 100, yeah, he tweaking. But 15, I do 15.
I'm gonna tell him to come holler at you and your artists, man. Any artist you got, maybe
we don't got no songs for him. But I'm just saying, like,
nah, Sada Baby got a song for him. Don't do it.
We don't got no song for him. Sada ain't got no song for him.
Sada Baby need a song that needs.
He don't need that. We had a really nice record, Academics, that was number 35 on the Hot 100. So please put some respect on our name. But yeah, we don't need that.
Yeah, and you need the follow up though.
We do. The shake. I mean, the remix was 3 weeks ago. We gotta have a follow up soon. All right.
Hold on. By the way, yo, Osiris is he's trolling. He's trolling, you know. But obviously, I think he's kind of just looking at other people saying shit, and he's just saying it. I don't want to just try to beat his confidence down or whatever, just because like we might not feel the same. But still, I hope I want him to get a lit song. The moment he get a lit song, he's one of them niggas, you know, he gonna talk so much shit.
Oh yeah.
Then Act's gonna say I supported you this whole time.
I did.
He got a song that went platinum though. I think he had a record that went platinum. I guess we'll see.
All right, guys, we're out of news. The last thing I have for you is Biggie finally got inducted into the Hall of Fame, which is great. And Trippie Redd thinks he's Lil Wayne because he dropped the Leak album. That's it. If you guys have any thoughts, great. If not, I guess that's
My
our show for the
salute to Biggie, of course. You know, Brooklyn, we did it. Even though I'm from when I'm from Harlem in the
day.
Bronx, every time I speak of Biggie, I feel like I'm from Brooklyn. But salute to his family. You know, that's major. Like I said, while we do the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I want to see a Hip Hop Hall of Fame be created so that we can have these same moments just for our genre. Same way how everybody jumps into ours and we're inducting ourselves into theirs. I would like for us to have the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. But very proud of him. YK, I'm talking about Trippie Redd, clearly he's trolling as well. You tell me what you think. I think that he's trolling. To call yourself Lil Wayne is a very, 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 very motherfucking high, praise. So
I love Trippie Redd too much and know him enough to know that he wasn't being serious at all. I think it was just a way to explain, because people are saying, hey, your album sales is low, and he's probably saying, hey, my album was leaked mad long ago, and the mere fact that I still dropped it, like, it's Wayne-esque. Okay, I don't think he's comparing his talent. Forget all that though. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Tupac got inducted before, right? Did Tupac and Diddy get inducted before? I think Diddy got inducted. Maybe I'm tripping. However, I just want to point out, of course, big salute to the estate and the family of Biggie, that Biggie finally got inducted. But Whitney Houston, I don't know if there's like the Basketball Hall of Fame, just to compare it to another Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You have to wait a certain time after retirement, and then when you're eligible for a vote. I don't know how this is done.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck is Whitney not in this? How did she just get in now?
Yeah,
Whitney,
that's a good question.
I was binge watching like so many Whitney documentaries like about like a week ago.
Yeah.
So of course, like I was just noticing and just enjoying how great of a talent she was, but also the magnitude of her career, amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, it's like, why are we?
Whitney,
not that we don't care, but it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like, I don't know. When I hear Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I don't feel connected. Is what I would say. Like, I don't feel connected.
That's fair enough.
I think honestly though, like at least after a certain year, once they started looking more in the hip hop like sphere, like really, it's not just rock and roll anymore, definitely, but like they should change the name, because it doesn't feel inclusive when you're naming it of a genre that the people that you're also inducting, they don't do that genre. You get me? Like,
and that genre is just not really popping anymore. Rock isn't really what it was.
Exactly.
I guess
one of the
biggest. We got Trippie Redd doing rock, and everybody else doing rock now. So it's like it's not the same.
The biggest rock artist is MGK this year.
Right.
Like, come on.
Right.
Well, yeah. So Diddy was never in, but Pac was inducted in 2017.
Yeah, we need the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, because we need to put. Listen, man.
Honestly, the Hip Hop Hall of Fame would be really funny. Like, one, determining the criteria, because people love to argue by everything. No one would ever be able to agree on anything, but the show would be very entertaining at least.
Yo, the thing about the Hip Hop Hall of Fame is
we can't get the BET Award, Hip Hop Awards right. How the fuck?
As soon as they make the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, niggas gonna start hating on it. I promise you, they're gonna be hating on it. They're gonna be hating on it. Like, nah, we on, man. Fuck that. Where's the Grammy Hall of Fame at? That's just gonna be whatever.
That's what keeps us fun and interesting, guys. Thank you for all your thoughts today. Viewers, thank you for watching Everyday Struggle. Have a great day, and we'll see you here tomorrow on Complex.